Okay, one of my art students, Jet, is obsessed right now with, I think it's pronounced capybara. He has a screensaver, loves it, and found out that the capybaras are the world's largest rodent. So they're in the family with like rats and guinea pigs and things like that. And they look a lot like giant guinea pigs because they're kind of like cousins. They're huge. This is cute side view, but if you saw the side view of it, their heads are like square. But he requested a capybara with a Santa Claus hat. So I will draw it without the Santa Claus hat, then with it, so you can see both. Okay, so oh, you know what? First, I am going to start with, we're going to circle ahead here. So we're going to just put in, it's going to be like the shape of his head. And on either side of that, we're going to put some eyes. So there's going to be one eye. And it doesn't look, I know you're like, this looks nothing like it. I know. Bear with me. This is going to be an ear. And then there's going to be an ear on this side, which we will eventually cover up. Okay? Now this is his big old cheeks coming off here. And then he's got his big body. All right, so now we're going to do his mouth part. We can erase this part right here because we're going to put in his snouty snout. So we're going to make a line across here. And it's going to almost be a rounded square, but we're going to come out a little bit on the ends here. Okay. And let's see, what have we learned? They are from South America and very much known in the Amazon, and they like living near water. Okay, this is like his eye. Give a little shiny. And then this one we would just Sharpie all the way in here. So do the same thing on this side. His eye is shiny, and then you're going to Sharpie that all the way in. Okay? And then part of his ear, we're going to come up. Bloop, bloop. I will put the hat on too, but we're just showing you what it looks like without a hat if you just want one that's everyday one. Can you guess how long that they live? So, hamsters only live 2 to 3 years. Rats, I'm assuming they live a lot longer. Capybaras live 8 to 10 years. Whew, that's a long time. So right here, let's come up the middle so we know where we're coming from. This is the middle. So they do pretty darn good at living their life. And one thing I love about them, they're social creatures. And you're like, what does that mean? That means they love being around their family and friends. They just love it. They have to be around people. That's their little happy place. And for the most part, I love being around people. Except for if they're not being very nice, then I don't like people. Just be nice, you know? 1, 2, 3 whiskers. 1, 2, 3 whiskers. And when you do Sharpie this, what you're going to do is you are going to give it like little whiskers. So I'm going to show you with a Sharpie. So if I'm Sharpieing this, I'm going to come down and I'm just going to go fling, fling, fling. And just give it a couple. It doesn't need to be the whole body. Or you come down and just give it a couple of flings when you Sharpie it, and it makes it look nice and furry. They're semi-aquatic. That means they live on sea and land. And let's give it some flings. Fling, fling, fling. They've got webbed feet. Ooh, that's awesome. When you have webbed feet, that means there's skin between it. So when you swim, it's easier. Something else to learn. Oh, let's get fling, fling, fling. They're herbivores. I'm assuming you know what that means. That means they love plants. That's what they eat. What kind of plants do they eat? They eat grass, fruit, vegetables. What else do they eat? Tree bark. Oh, you know, we're not going to Sharpie all of it because I need to show you how to do the other cap. So if you were done with this, you could Sharpie it and be done with it. But we are going to put on his Santa hat because that is what Jet requested. He wanted a Santa hat. So we are going to go all the way to the side, and we are going to erase right here because we're going to get rid of that because the ear is inside the Santa hat. We're going to put a Santa hat on this guy. All right, so now we're going to make the top part of it go up, kind of crunches over, and then you're good to make it go down. They can sleep in the water, and what they do is they sleep in the water, but they leave their nose just at the surface so they can breathe. And they're just like beaver. Their teeth never stop growing. So when they eat the tree bark, it helps file it down because you don't want your teeth to not stop growing. All right, so we're gonna put the little fluff ball on the end and Sharpie it. Oh, we want this little part right here. And when you do Sharpie it, you Sharpie this whole thing in. As I said, they're social, they like it. And they can be up to like a group of 100, but the normal is, I think 10 to 20 in their little group, little family group, cousins and mom and dad. One more thing. So after you Sharpie all that, when you do color like its hair coming out. So don't just go any direction. I use tan and browns. I also get rid of, just kind of go like this, so then it looks like it actually is fur. Okay? See how it's gonna look like fur as I'm doing this. And then when you come in with a darker color, you can go over that. And I did do a shadow under there. So you're just gonna keep working it. You got this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.